And he said, you need to know where your seed come from. Do you know where your seed come from? And I said, no, Your Majesty. Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you and share with you sources of mindset energy. Sources of mindset energy. In my previous videos, I've been mentioning energy. So, where does this energy comes from? The energy that passes through our mind, through our conscious mind, and it is deposited or stored in our subconscious mind. Where does this energy come from? This energy that determines what we do in life, what we are going to achieve, and what we are going to become in life. Before I proceed further, so why still studying? Because as the principal instructed me, and the infinite intelligence instructed me rather, that I should be conversant with his principle, which is the Bible, the Quran, and some other books, like Ifa, the one that belonged to my ancestor. So as I was studying, then it came to me, the voice came to me again and said, previously, I've shown you how you can cultivate your vineyard, how you can grow your vineyard. And if you want to grow your vineyard, you have to plant a seed in your vineyard before you can grow the vine in your vineyard. You have to plant the seed. And the seed are different. We have different type of seed that you can plant in your vineyard. And I told you, if you have been following my video, if you are following me, following my channel, I told you that your vineyard, simply mean your mind. The vineyard I'm talking about simply mean your mind. Now, so the principal now told me that you need to plant a seed in your vineyard. It is that seed that will grow to become a vine. You need to plant a seed, and that seed will grow to become a vine in your vineyard. So when I ask, do you know where this seed comes from? The sources of this seed. And I said, no, Your Majesty, I don't know the source of this seed. And he said, okay, I will show you where this seed comes from. And where this seed comes from determine the kind of harvest you are going to have in your vineyard. The kind of it's also determine the kind of fruit, the kind of produce you are going to get out from your vineyard. Now let's dive into this now. When we talk about sources of mindset energy, the energy that comes into our mind have different sources where we generate them. The vineyard, when we relate it to production, no, this, no. I'm talking about the seed that comes into our mind, which is the energy. The seed represent the energy that come into the mind, and at the end of the day become a information that we can interpret or that we can explain. So this seed, which are tagged as energy, have various way, various place that this seed comes from. And their sources determine what will come out of it. The sources of that seed determine what will come out after you have planted that seed in your vineyard. Now let's move to the sources. The sources of the seed that we plant in our vineyard, which I'm going to rephrase is that the energy, the sources of energy that comes into our mind come from two major places, which I will now break them down into the subcategory. The first place you get our energy is from our soul. Our soul, we get energy from our soul. And the second place is from the spirit, our spirit. I want to break it down now. So this soul and the spirit, this soul is now further broken down into what we call the auto-acquired energy. It's now further breaking down into here auto-acquired energy. Auto-acquired energy. And the second and the other side is received energy. Received received energy. I just want to try to maximize space because what I'm still going to explain is numerous. I'm still going to further break this down. So I want to maximize space. Auto-acquired energy. Acquired energy. Then here we have the receive energy. Receive energy. So we have the auto-acquired energy and the receive energy. So this energy, this auto-acquired energy can be further breaking down. I want to further break it down. And the first one I'm going to break it down to is nature. There's some energy that is natural. There's some energy that is natural, or let's say that you inheritance. You get them to your inheritance. You get them to your inheritance. And let me cite example of that. Example of this, that is property. You can inherit riches from your parents, or wealth from your parents. You can inherit riches, wealth, even money from your parents. That is why I combine them together as property. Some people, they become rich through inheritance. That's their energy. That is where the energy comes from. It comes from their mindset that by the time their parent is long gone, they will inherit the property left behind by their parents. They will inherit the property left behind by their parent. That is an energy. That is an idea. It is in their that idea is already in their system. It's already in their mindset. They inherit property. Another one is king title. King title. Sometimes it might be through your inheritance, through what? King title, like the heir to the throne. Like heir to the throne. That's another energy. So you just know that your lineage is bound to become king. Is bound to become king. When you live, your progeny, your offspring also become king. The same thing, your grand progeny offspring become like that. Your generation, it has been set in your generation that the only thing, what you become in life is to become king in, in any part of the king, in any part of kingdom that you happen to find yourself as a man or as a living being. Another one is shiftancy. Shiftancy. Shiftancy title. Shiftancy title. Sometimes shiftancy title might be within a lineage. Might be within a lineage. It could be a king. It could be anything that have to deals with shiftancy title, and that energy that you be carrying that mindset from generation to generation. You carry that mind set, that energy, that knowledge is in your blood, is in your DNA. It was already in your DNA that this particular family holds the shiftancy title of this particular position in this kingdom. Nobody drag it with them. It belongs to them. When the person holding it, when the person die, another person from that family will take it up. So it's like that. So that's another source of energy that you can have. Another one is birthright. Birthright. Birthright is another source of energy. Everything is in mindset that you know that being the first child of a particular family, you hold all the inheritance that belongs to that family. Like, as it is written in the Bible, that Esau lost his birthright. During that time, the first child in the family hold the inheritance of that family. Other can be looked for a way to settle, but the first child, sometimes the first male child hold the inheritance in that own the inheritor in that family. Own the inheritance in that family. So another one. So once you know that you are the first child, automatically you know that. So if your father is wealthy, very, very well, that everybody know him, automatically in that environment or in that family, according to maybe their custom, there you own that, you own all the inheritance. Another one is leadership title. Leadership title is also another source for inheritance. Leadership title. Then another one is royal family. Somebody who come from royal family or royal title. Let me use title as well. Royal title. I don't know you. Where is the son of King Charles? They accord that person respect. They accord that person respect because of the energy. That is the what he inherited from his what? Family. Because of what he inherited from his family. So another one is what? Source of energy is what? Royal title. You get a royal title. So now, apart from, we have a lot of things we can talk about in inheritance. Now let's move. Another one we can get is it generational curse or blessing? Generational. Let me put blessing first. Blessing or curse. Generational blessing or curse. Generational blessing or curse. Sometimes generational blessing or curse can be the source of energy that determines your life, that determines who you become. Some people have been blessed that in the sense that this blessing pass from one generation to another generation. Nobody will tell me, don't you know us in our family? Don't you know us in our family? We are usually rich. Nobody is poor in our family because they have blessing that is working in their mind and in their DNA. Because all these things, once you get them, come to your mind, maybe in the past, it is transferred to the DNA of your generation. It will be in your DNA for you to be blessed. And if you have curse upon you, it will also, that curse is also in your DNA. So whenever you want to do anything in life, because there is curse in your DNA, when you get it interpreted, it's only in your subconscious mind. That is all. Okay, I can pick that this person is being bound to be poor, and that poverty will continue to move from one generation or to another generation. But there's a video I'm still going to teach, but not in this video. I'm still going to teach how you can lift curse from your generation. There is a way you can lift curse. If there is curse, any curse whatsoever that is disturbing your generation, I will teach you a video that you can lift curse. Do you understand? Everything with mindset, but it has process that you have to follow. I will teach you how to lift curse, and I'll teach you how to convert curse to blessing. That's video that will teach you how to lift curse and also how to do a conversion from your own stage, from yourself, and you convert it to blessing, and that blessing will continue to affect your next generations. So another one is what? Is either generational blessing or curse. So that is another source of mindset. That's another source of energy in our mind, or source of mindset and energy. Another one is generational limitation. Generational limitation. Generational limitation slash barrier and slash greatness. Generational limitation, barrier, and greatness. There's some energy that comes from, that is affecting your life. Yes, preventing you. That comes from limitation. There are some people, their own limitation is age. Those people, they don't spend more than 40 years in life. They can't escape that 40 years. Some people, they can't escape 50 years. Some people, this is maximum of 60 years. They don't grow old in that family. Don't go and marry from that family. That is that energy. And that energy is in their DNA. But this can be removed as well. As I've said from the course, you can also get rid of that. Just using your mindset. When you understand the concept, the process, how to do that, you know that you can remove the limitation. That is one of the source of mindset energy. All these things in your mind and is in your DNA. It resides in your DNA. You know our DNA carries information. These are the type of information our DNA carries. So as I say that these are the things that your DNA carry. Limitation. Different limitation. Maybe in achievement, there's limits that is already accustomed to your DNA that you can reach in achievement in life. There are some people that they have already been, that DNA or generational limitation that they can't build us in life. I'm telling you. Go and look at their generation. There is nobody ever be able to save enough money or get money to have house of his own. I'm just using it as an example. To have house of his own, they are only having what? Limitation. That is where they can, there's limit for them in achievement. Another thing is what? Is barrier. There are some people that whenever they want to achieve something, they are always faced with barrier. Some people will say, it is witchcraft, it is wizardry. Somebody have cast spell on me so that I will not be successful in life. I will not achieve success. No, that thing is in their DNA. Has been there for generation to generation, and it is passed from offspring, from generation to generation, from the father to the offspring, from father to offspring. So they only have, that is barrier. That's another source of energy, and this thing is in their mind. It's always reside in their mind. So whenever they want to achieve something that is being, they want to achieve something that barrier have to work on, they won't be able to achieve it. That they want to achieve something that they have set barriers on for them, and these things in their mindset reside in their subconscious mind. It's not, they don't think about it. It is just there. So whenever they want to do that, they are thinking of doing something like this. The spirit picker, this is what this person want to do, and they take it to the infinite intelligence. When you take it to infinite intelligence, the infinite intelligence will give it feedback. This person is being blocked from doing this thing because it is in their DNA. This person has been blocked. There is barrier for this person. Check the DNA. Just tell the spirit, check the DNA, so they won't be able to achieve it. Another one is greatness. Some people, no matter how you compete with them, you can't beat them. It's that DNA that they are unbeatable, indomitable, because they are destined to be great in life. The greatness is in their DNA, is in their generation. There's nothing, you can't compete with them. So if you have somebody who want to compete, that have barrier of achieving something like of this nature, that you have barrier of achieving something of that nature, and you want to compete with somebody who has been destined to be great in that place, that person will beat you. It is not that maybe the person knows how to do that more than you. No matter how you train, no matter how you practice, if you don't get rid of this barrier, that person will continue to beat you. That person will continue to outsmart you, no matter what you do, because it is in their DNA. It is in their DNA what? To be great in life. So that is another source of what? Energy that determines what we become in life. So there is a way. All this barrier, limitation, cause, there is a way you can remove it. You can lift it from your DNA. You can lift it. There's a way you can erase it. There's a way it can be eradicated from your mind and your DNA as well. Another one is family taboo. Family taboo. Family taboo / freedom. Sometimes there are some family that they have something that they cannot do in that family. Even that thing is going to help them to progress in life. They can't do that thing. Even it is going to help them to have progress in life because they have come across that thing and it is taboo for them. They can't do it. If they try to do it, it will not work. Or maybe they have placed a penalty on that taboo that if you do it, you die. If you do it, this is what will happen to you. If you do it, this is what will happen to you. And that thing is going to help them to progress in life because there's a taboo. This is another source of energy. Because there's a taboo for them to do that thing, they won't be able to do it. And if they do it, they won't achieve it. And at the end, they can even face the penalty for trying to do it. The penalty or the fine for trying to do it. Whatever the fine is, that anything it could be. You understand me? These are the taboo. This can be removed as well. It is someone that have put it there, doing creation, maybe in the past, and it's affecting you. It's affecting the entire generation. It is affecting the entire generation, and everybody that falls within that lineage. Everybody that falls within that lineage. And the other one is freedom. There are some people that are free to do anything. When they say, I don't do that, don't worry, nothing will happen. Nothing is going to happen to me. They say, I don't do it, nobody ever do it, I'll succeed. They say, don't worry, I will do it, I'll succeed. Nothing will happen. And they will do it, and they will become successful. And you not be imagining, how did he do it? Is this person using sham? Does he have any other thing he's using? No, it's not using it. They have that family freedom. Freedom to do anything. Freedom to do anything. Is in their DNA. Nothing is stopping them. Nothing is going to stop them. If others are trying it and they could not achieve it, they will do it and they will become successful and they will achieve it. So that is another source of what? Energy, of mindset. And this thing lies in their mind. It's already in their subconscious mind. They are not the one that create it. They got it through their DNA, from their lineage, from their generation. That's what happened. They have that freedom. They have that freedom. Another one is superstition. Superstition / stereotype. Stereotype. Superstition and stereotype. Superstition also is another source of energy. In this land, you don't brush your teeth. Somebody create that energy. Maybe in the past, probably in the past, due to one thing or the other. As from today, in this land, in this community, we don't brush our teeth. If we brush our teeth, this is what happens. Superstition is what someone created. Somebody say that is superstition. How can you tell me that I should not brush my teeth? That if you brush, that is superstition. I don't believe in that. So superstition is another what? Source of energy. Then stereotype. Stereotype is another what? Source of energy. Maybe people try to look down on you. Just like that. They look down on you. They ridicule you. They belittle you. They belittle you. That is stereotype. And some people, when they see them, they give them accolade. They accord them respect. Depends on how the stereotype work. They accord them respect. Some people, maybe because of their skin color. Skin color, whether black or white, they may be facing stereotype. Sometimes, language sometimes can help you to experience stereotype. And once you just absorb it, once you just absorb it, then it become part of your uh, life, and you now be telling your offspring that don't go there, they don't like us. Don't go to that place, they don't want us to do this. Don't go to that place. This is the way they address us in that environment. This is the way this is how they view us. Stereotype is another one. Then, lastly, from here, we have generational belief as well. Believe. Generational belief. Some people, they believe in their lineage that they can do something. Generational belief. Some people believe that they can't do something. Some people believe that, yes, that in our generation, that we always do this thing. And that belief is in their system. They believe that they can do this, they can do that, they can achieve this, they can also achieve that. What's your belief? What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe you can do? It's part of source of energy. That's a source of energy that you have in your mind and in your DNA. Do you understand me? Generational belief. Now, that's all what I have for now on the auto-acquired energy. They auto-acquired it. They are not the one that created it. They acquired it. That is auto-acquired. Then the next one is receive. The next one is receive energy. And the first one is environment. Environment. Next one is our environment. Our first one is environment. That's something we get from our community. So as I was saying, community, when you talk about environment, number one, your community. There's some energy that comes from your community. Workplace, your workplace. School, religion center, religion center, religion center. So, religion center. Now, community. There's a lot of things that influence. As I was saying, we get influenced by our community. What we see in our community sometimes determines the type of energy we have in our mind. There's some community that you will stay, that you will live, that you will reside. You will be a violent person. Yes, there's some community you will reside, and you'll find out that you have violence in nature. That community will affect the kind of person you are. And there's some community you will reside that you will find out that you are a humble person. There's some community you will reside, environment. When I'm talking about environment generally, there's some community you will reside that you find out that you are always after how to achieve goals. Maybe the people you find in your environment are business people. People you find in your environment, they are business people. Maybe probably they are farmer. If you happen to find yourself where the majority of the people there are farmer, maybe they cultivate land and they are trader, you find out that you start having that energy of how you want to become a farmer or a trader. That is when we talk about environment, location. Let me add another point is what? Location. So your community also determine the kind of person you are. If you find yourself in a community where people mind their own business, in a while, you find out that you too, you start minding your own business. And you leave that community to another community where maybe there is violence. They will see you as somebody who is hard because of what you carry from your previous community where you are coming from to your present community. So you'll find that this person doesn't talk. He just goes out, comes in, doesn't have anything to do with anybody. So that has been in your mindset. It's part of what you operate with. Your workplace as well also can determine the kind of person you are. Your workplace is one of the environment that can determine the kind of person you are. If you are working with people who are diligent with their work, people who are diligent with their work, where everybody is serious, wherever you find yourself, they will see you as somebody who is serious. The same thing, school, also part of it. School will add to your knowledge. When you're in school, you gain more knowledge, you acquire knowledge, you gain more knowledge when you are in a school. Religious center as well is also one of it. Religious center will prepare you morally, to give you moral sense, moral support, moral behavior. Religious center will give you where you have been taught to be a moral person. Also, as I said, that location is also what? Source of energy. That's it. Another one, now received energy. Because all this thing, why I call it received energy is what? You receive them, it is being received. You acquire this mindset, the knowledge you have in your mind due to your environment you find yourself. Another one is relationship. Relationship is also another source of energy. Your relationship, whether with your family, spouse, friend, your friends, determine the kind of energy you are going to process. Also determines the kind of energy you are going to have. Your family, the kind of energy you have in your family can also affect you wherever you go. If you have a happy family, your family is happy, it will also reflect outside. It will reflect outside. People will see that. People only see that somebody, you have a good home, you have happy family. The same thing with spouse. Your spouse also is a source of energy that you have in your mind. It's a source of energy that you have in your mind. Friends as well can also serve as a source of what? Energy. What kind of friends do you keep? Do you keep a good friend or a bad friend? Show me your friend, and I will tell you the type of person you are. Show me your friend, and I will tell you the type of person you are. If you make friend with billionaire, definitely you are going to be a billionaire. Forget it. This is how this thing works. If you are in a group of 10 billionaire, if you are a group of 10 billionaire, it's either you are the number 1 or you are the number 10, or you fall within any of the number. If you make friends with poor people, you are going to be poor at the end of the day. Forget it. People that they don't think. With little time, they will start influencing you with what make them poor. So try to remove yourself from their midst. Remove yourself from their midst. If you are making friends with people that traders, you will find out that at the long run, you have always become a trader. You are also become a trader. The same thing. If you make friends with armed robbers, one day you will get influence. Guy, we're making money from this. When we rob bank from New York last week, do you know how much we cut away with? Come on, join us if you want to have money, if you want to get good cars. So if you make friends with people that rob banks, rob people, cut away with their assets, the long run, if you don't leave that friendship, or you don't depart, or you don't get away from that friendship, you'll become a robber as well, and you'll start robbing with them. So friendship also determines the type of energy you have in your mind, because they will start influencing you. It's one day they will break that barrier. If you don't leave that environment, that is why you need to leave them. If you want to stop doing bad things, if it is your environment that is influencing you, leave that environment. If it is your spouse, I'm not asking you to get divorced. If your spouse is giving you much problem and you can see much progress, it is better you people go different way so you can focus on your life. The same thing, if your family are not helping you, you have a goal you want to achieve, a very good one, you want to become successful, and you have family and they are not giving you support, they might not give you money, even word of advice and encouragement alone is enough. If they are not encouraging you that you can do it, they are building that positive energy. Believe in yourself, you can do it. You don't have such people, and the people that you have that they always discourage you. If the only thing they can offer is discourage, don't even try it. Nobody has ever achieved this in our family. Leave those people. Separate yourself from them. If you don't separate yourself from them, you will be like them. Ego that find itself among the chick, if it doesn't separate itself, or that make friend with chick, one day it will be behaving like chicken. An ego that is making friend with chicken, an ego making friend with chickens, one day making friends with them, one day to be like him, it will lose its ability to fly, to soar in the sky, the king of the sky. Then the king of the sky will now be king of the land. It will lose its ability. With time, it will lose its ability to fly. The mindset, the mentality that make him to fly will go away, or it will be tuned out, go into dormant state. So that is how it works. So your relationship sometimes is a source of energy for you to determine who you are going to become in life. Another one is courtship. Courtship. Another one is courtship. What kind of courtship do you have? What kind of courtship do you have? Another one is courtship. Another one is a friend cycle. I think I've explained that for your friend cycle. Friends circle. So, which association do you belong? Tell me Do you belong to courtship, friendship? Do you belong to the Billionaire Association? Do you belong to the Association of Engineers? Do you belong to the Association of Scientists? If you're an Association of Scientists, definitely you are a scientist. If you belong to the Association of Engineers, definitely you are an engineer. If you belong to the Association of Programmer, then definitely you are a programmer. So your association, courtship and friend cycle determine the kind of person you are going to be in life. Determine they're going to be in life. If you always frequent the billionaire club, you have the opportunity to have access in a billionaire club. If you are not yet a billionaire and you frequent that place and you meet people there, one way or the other, the energy that operates in that circle will start working on you. The energy that operates in that circle will start working on you. And before you know it, you start seeing that changes have started occurring in your life. Then you see that you started increasing in wealth, because maybe you meet someone. Hey, Dave, what do you do? I do this. Okay, all right. Can you give us this? Okay. Oh, my company needs. This is what I think you have what my company needs. Okay. Can we talk? This is my business card. Meet me in my office. Let's talk. Let's talk business. Then billionaire, you start talking business. They start open your mind. Your mind will start getting expanded in terms of what? Business, how to make money. Okay, how are you gonna give us this? Give me your quotation. Okay, submit your quotation. Submit. What are we gonna do? What is it going to take us? That is it. Courtship and friend cycle. That is how it operates. So the kind of courtship you have and the friend cycle you find yourself will determine, is a source of energy to determine the kind of person you are. These are the things that you need to take into consideration when we are talking about creating wealth. When we're talking about creating wealth, making money, and you want to become rich, these are the things that you need to take into consideration. So another thing that can help you is when you study as well. It's also source of energy that help you to build your mind. Reading and making research. So now that is all. We still have much, but I don't want to waste much of our time. But later on, in our later videos, I'll still be chipping in one thing, maybe different from what I've explained here, based if it warrants what I have to use. So the next one is the spirit or spiritual. Spirit or spiritual. Spirit or spiritual. Now, spirit or spiritual. So now when we talk about spirit, sort of energy from the spirit, that is infinite intelligence. Number one is we have the self-creation energy. Self-creation energy. And this self-creation energy, I broke it down into three. Self-creation energy, I broke it down into three. Number one is desire. That is desire. Another one is decree. And third one is confession. Desire is another source of energy. Something can make you to desire for something, or you desire to be wealthy. Everybody wants to be wealthy. That is our major goal in life. Everybody wants to be wealthy. I'm not an exception as well. Everybody wants to be wealthy. So desire is source of energy. What do you desire? You want to make money? You want to become rich? Maybe in time of achievement, become an engineer. You want to be an inventor. Your desire. Desire is another way. That is self. That is self. That is self under self-creation energy. Under self-creation energy. From what? From the spiritual, uh, from your spirit. The next one is what? Decree. Decree, you make decree. This decree, you make it to induce energy, or to induce knowledge in another person. Decree, you use it for another person. That is another source of energy that goes into our mind and become what? Knowledge. Another one is what? Confession. Confession is in the process whereby you already, this work with faith a lot. This work with what I said about faith a lot. That you've already created in your mind. Confession. It was already created in your mind that you have already achieved this. It's already created in your mind that you have already achieved that thing. You have already achieved that thing. So that is it. Then the other one here is infinite creation energy. Infinite creation energy. Infinite creation energy. And infinite creation energy can be split into two. Can be splitted into two. Can be splitted into two. Can be splitted into two. And the first one is self-induced. Self-induced. And this one is meant for the master. Those who have mastered that realm, how to get themselves to that realm. And the other one is auto-induced. Auto-induced. And this one is for I don't want to say for the amateur. I don't want to use that language. Let me say for the basic. Those people who are in the basic state. Basic state. And how do you get this? How do you get this energy? This energy comes from, let me use this space here. It comes from, number one, vision. Yes, vision is a source of energy. Can have a vision. Vision is a source of energy. Followed by trance. Trance also is a source of energy. Trance is a source of energy. Followed by trance. Trance is a source of energy. We also have another source, which is prophecy. Prophecy, or you prophesize. Prophecy is another source of energy. Source of energy that come into our mind. That come into our mind. And this vision, is either it comes to you by the people that are gifted. Some people can see things sometimes. Come to you through your sensor, one of your sensors, which is your eyes. Your eyes. That is how you see it. This trance is gotten from your mouth, and also your eyes can be responsible for it. Then this one, I will have used tongue better here. Tongue. Also, this one is from your tongue as well. Your tongue as well. So these are the source of energy that come into your mind. This is how they can be generated, that come into your mind and determine the kind of person you are in life. And determine the kind of person you are in life. So when anything, this one I said is auto-induced. This one is what? Self-induced. Some people have so mastered this infinite intelligence to the extent that they can induce something by themselves. So, and you look there as an extraordinary person. Wow, how did this person do this? How do you know all this? They have mastered how that their mindset, their spiritual mode, they have mastered their mind mode. They know how to induce anything. They call for something from the infinite intelligence. They've mastered it. So they've mastered it to the extent that it can come through vision, it can come through trance, or through prophecy. In the Bible, they say prophet. They say, God speak to me. God speak to me. Or maybe sometime, if they want to look for solution to a particular problem, they can self-induce solution, self-induce cause of that problem. Some people say, I want to know the cause of a particular problem. And these are the gifts that is given to some people. I said something in my power possibility about something belong to my ancestor, which is called Ifa. A lot of people, initially, I thought it is evil something. But this is a gift given to my own ancestor. How they can induce the infinite intelligence. Even if they are using material, maybe as a way to conjure that spirit. That material is not what they will speak. It is that person that try to use the induced ability from infinite creation energy. Use the induced ability to seek for solution, to seek the cause. It's something you can do with time. I'm not going to teach this here, how to do the inducement. I'm just telling you where the source, how they come from. Most of the time, what most people experience is auto-induced. This thing will just come to you. And that auto-induced is when your spirit connects with the infinite intelligence, then you become inspired. That is inspiration. You become inspired. That is auto-induced. And it will check what you have in your mind and give you something, a better version of that. It will give you a better version of that thing, and you use it to acquire or to get what you desire. So that is it. But the self-induced is for the masters, those who have mastered that realm. And that is why you see maybe prophet, you see that is prophet maybe in Christian religion and in Islamic religion, and in my own ancestor. I will just say something here. Most of you might not understand it, but most of you that have come across this language, so we call them maybe the Baba Onifas, Baba Oni Ifa. The Baba Onifa. It is not that thing that they put down that is doing the work. God give us that ability. That is why I said in my previous video that God created His own image. There are some abilities God has put in us, only that we are not aware that we have this ability. I know that a lot of people want to ask me that, did I belong to the master mode? I don't need to say that on this video. Do you understand me? But if you want to know more, you can just send me a mail. Send a mail to my account. Do you understand me? Then we can talk one-on-one on that. So this is where source of energy that determine what will become in life. This is the sources of energy that determine what we become in life. Everything that resides in our mind and the infinite intelligence works on, and it works in the physical world, and we become what we want to become in life. This is the sources of the energy. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching this video. We appreciate you. And if you find this helpful, if you find this interesting, find this helpful and you find it interesting, and you think you have gained something for what I have presented in this video, subscribe to our channel so that the algorithm that is working with YouTube and every other every other social app that you belong can spread it around for others to also benefit from what you have benefited from this video. So, if this is your first time of watching my video, I will implore you to go and start from power of positivity. That is where the journey begins. So you can understand. Go to power of positivity, start watching from power of positivity, and the follow. And if start following the video step one after the other as it is being produced in this our channel. All right, this is where we're going to stop today. And our next topic, our next video that I'm going to create is cardinality, psychic cardinality of wealth creation. Psychic cardinality of wealth creation. Thanks for watching this video once again. I remain my humble self, King Gwed. Have a great time.